My top 3 tips for estate planning. Estate planning is one of those areas that gets really confusing. And it gets confusing because people don't really know, what does estate planning really mean? Well, simply put, estate planning is what do you want to have happen with your assets after you pass away. In order for you to have control over what you want to do with your assets, you need to do 3 things. 1, you need to take an inventory of your assets. Actually figure out what you have. And then step 2, who do you want it to go to? This can be a person, it could be a charity, or it could be things like at your final estate, you have some debts to pay off. All of those things are something to consider about where do you want your assets to go. And here's the 3rd one, and this one tends to be the one that is most complicated for individuals. You need to go look at the federal and state laws. Now, the federal laws are pretty high, and most individuals are underneath the federal levels, but the states vary. Some states have really low estate planning limits, and some have high. That means for your state, you might have to pay estate tax, or the person who's going to get the assets from you will have an estate tax to pay. If you are over the federal level or over your state level, this is a good time to start talking to an estate planning attorney. This individual will help you draft the right documents to make sure that those assets are going to where you want them to go and they're doing it for the least amount of tax possible. The other really important piece to consider in estate planning is if you have minor children. Guardianship is something that many people forget. And when you're gone, just like you want to decide what happens to your assets, you need to decide what's going to happen to your children. Establishing guardianship is going to ensure that what you want is going to continue for the rest of their lives. And that's today's Financial Flash.